As we heard, Lavrov had just spoke at the Digital International Affairs Conference. What more do you know about what he said?
Sergei Lavrov's comments, of course, come against the backdrop of Russia's actions to control the narrative around what the Kremlin insists we call a special military operation. The authorities here have taken great steps to control the information sphere by blocking a number of social media outlets, a number of news outlets as well. So now here in Russia, things like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have all been shut down. But Russia says that it is not fencing itself off from anybody. That is what Sergei Lavrov said in his remarks to this conference. He said that Russia was strengthening its digital sovereignty, but it was still in favor of cooperation with other states. And he accused the West of carrying out hybrid warfare in the information sphere against Russia when it comes to its actions in Ukraine, an accusation that has been leveled at Moscow as well. But this is certainly going to show that Russia is trying to control the narrative, take control of the media space here in Russia as well, and portray its version of events, not just domestically, but internationally as well.
Right, and Julia, the Kremlin is warning NATO that Russia must bolster its defenses if Sweden and Finland join NATO, and they are moving closer to join the organization. Can you tell us more about what exactly Moscow said about that?
That's right. The suggestions that Finland and Sweden could soon become NATO members as well has not gone down well here in Moscow. We heard the Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova hitting back at that earlier this week when she said that the suggestion that those countries were at any kind of risk from Russia was a provocation and a lie. Today we've been hearing from former President Dmitry Medvedev, who has also been making some very strong comments. He's been among the most hawkish voices here in Russia since the Kremlin launched its so-called special military operation. And what he's been saying is that this move would give Russia more adversaries and it would put an end to the idea of a nuclear-free Baltic region, suggesting that Russia would put more nuclear-capable weapons either in Kaliningrad or near St. Petersburg within striking range of those countries that could potentially join NATO. He also said that Russia's borders would have to be strengthened in that case. So certainly the idea that NATO could be expanding is one that is very unpalatable to Russian officials. Before the special military operation was launched in Ukraine, we heard for many weeks these demands from Russia that NATO stop expanding, and it said that that was one of the reasons for the buildup of forces on the Ukrainian border. But now we are seeing that NATO is potentially set to grow, and they say that that is in response to a Russian threat.